Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a reading for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. And this is for the waxing moon period from April 1st until the 7th when we have the full moon in Libra. So this whole week is preparation for that time. We should really feel our lives being injected with enthusiasm, action. We have a sense of purpose. We're really driven to achieve and get things done, to get things finished, and to do what's necessary to take our intentions and bring them to fruition and to manifest our intentions by the time of this powerful full moon in Libra, which we're having on April 7th. So let's go ahead and get into this reading. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Again, I want to send a huge welcome and a virtual hug to all of my Aries friends and all of you who support and show your support to this channel. It really does mean the world to me. So Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Let's go ahead and see what messages spirit, angels, ancestors, loved ones who have passed, and our spirit guides have for you guys from April 1st through April 7th. Messages for Aries, April 1st through April 7th. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Messages for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs from April 1st through April 7th. Okay, Aries, your overall energy here is the Six of Swords, which I'm very happy to see in this reading. This is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. You might be dealing with an air sign or somebody exhibiting these qualities, or it may be you. And I love it because the Six of Swords, just take that in, breathe that in. This woman, she's on a journey. It's a beautiful transition. I get this really haunting feel from this. It may have been sometimes confusing. I see that you've been through a rough patch, but this is that transition into a more peaceful, more beautiful space, whether that's in a relationship, within a relationship, your relationship between you and your higher self, your spiritual journey, at work, at home, whatever that might be. Underneath there, you do have the Death card. This is Scorpio energy. There may be something interesting in the Scorpio reading for you that I already have published. So if you feel drawn to listen to that, please do. This is resistance to change, okay? But I do feel like, that with this transition, there is a change. So it may have been something that you or somebody else was resisting, but it was a necessary change. Underneath there, we have the Star card, Aquarius. This is healing. This is rejuvenation. This is that time after a tower moment, after upheaval, after a huge paradigm shift, after instability, maybe even something that was frightening. Okay, a huge shakeup in your life. It's this beautiful, beautiful feeling of healing, peace, rejuvenation, following your own inner guiding light. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what else we have in store for my dear Aries. So far in this reading, I do not have any fire signs. It is all earth and air. Okay. So you guys are showing up, oh, and water here. You guys are showing up as the Five of Cups. This is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. Again, you might have that in your chart, or you might be just exhibiting these qualities. Cups are all about your emotions. She's very upset. She's lost 3 of these cups. They're broken. It's upsetting. She seems like she's on the defense. She's worried about breaking the last 2 cups that she has. This is a sense of loss, a sense of anxiety. You have been through or are going through a very emotional moment in your lives. Okay, it could be that you're not showing it on the outside, but it's definitely internal. It may be also external as well. This is a card of resourcefulness though, because even though these 3 cups have been broken, she is still holding on to what she's got. She's still holding on to these 2 cups, and she knows that that's necessary at this point and not all is lost. Okay. In your surroundings, what I really, really like about this reading, Aries, is all of the healing. Again, we just had your new moon, so it should be still a very powerful, energetic time for you guys. And with the Six of Swords and the Three of Swords in reverse, this is awesome energy. There's just so much peace and rejuvenation and healing. The Three of Swords can be a third party situation. It definitely doesn't have to be. It could have to do with anything. It could go back to past life issues. It could be something that happened with when you were with a child, the relationship your parents had with you, or you had with your parents. It could be any sort of heartbreak, loss, or trauma. Okay, it could even be the death of a family pet. It could be the loss of a relationship. It could be the loss of a loved one. Only you guys will know. But what's beautiful is in your surroundings, you're being supported to release this sadness and this sorrow, okay, and to heal. All right, and it's just this loss and the sadness, for Aries out there, I want to say I'm sorry. I know it hasn't been easy for you. But this Aries new moon was the most powerful new moon, and I feel was a very, very, the most, not a very, the most powerful new moon for my Aries people out there. What you are being blocked by is the Seven of Swords, okay? But what I love about this, the Seven of Swords sits on top of Three of Swords. That's the 10 of Swords. You have collected 10 swords. That's an ending. It's going to bring a new beginning. The ending may have been very painful. It may have involved a betrayal of some sort. It may have been, again, it could have been some sort of violent ending or a shakeup. Not necessarily, I'm not talking about, blood and gore, but I'm talking about something that you weren't expecting, something that created a lot of upheaval and was clearly very painful. What's blocking you is the Seven of Swords, and the Seven of Swords is all about letting your this is very nightmarish activity. These are sort of, this is someone creeping into your bedroom. This is interesting though, because the Seven of Swords here, this person is creeping into your bedroom, but look, they're carrying these swords. Information, communication. So it's about letting in, not being able to discern what is true, what is false, and sort of letting yourself react to all of this information. And some of it is false information, some of it might be hysteria and hype, and letting that get the best of you. But the Seven of Swords is often nightmares, and it's about not getting enough sleep at night. So some of you are feeling exhausted. Some of you might be feeling the effects of what's going on in the world right now, this sense of panic. And when you're not in a place of balance and calm, if you're engaged, if you're panic, if you're letting that energy infiltrate, your auric field, then that's going to be very, very exhausting for you. So Spirit says, there is a need for you to turn off some frequencies, especially any negative frequencies. Some of you might want to do cord cutting, or you might want to do protection spells. Okay, or work with crystals such as work with something like tourmaline as well to help you at this time. In your foundation, we have the Queen of Swords. This is someone who's been through a lot. This is someone who's a little bit detached, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. And she's someone who's, she's experienced a lot of heartache. She's also had good times in her life as well. She can represent someone who's divorced or someone who's widowed. So you might be going through one of those events. Or you've been through a lot in your life that you no longer lead exclusively with your heart. You lead with your head, and you can see here her third eye chakra, her intuition is on point. And then we also see this energy coming in from above, which is receiving intuitive messages from spirit, from your angels, from your spirit guides. And oftentimes the Seven of Swords can represent the messages that you're receiving, psychic messages, images, whether that's sounds, visions, hearing things, or just hunches that you're going on. Because this is, in this deck, she's a very, very intuitive person. Don't get caught up with gender in the cards. Remember, we all have masculine and feminine energy, and she's somebody who's fair, balanced, intelligent, logical. Okay, but when she shows up in the reverse, which she didn't, she shows up sideways in this reading. She's somebody who is somebody who is very, very, very intelligent and very black and white. But on the downside, if she lets her shadow energy operate too much, so operating from a place of fear or a place of pain or anguish or panic, she can be quite brutal in her interactions, and whether that's with other people or if that's just how you're treating yourself. In your recent past, there's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, the King of Coins, stability. It could be a partner. It could be somebody that you had a relationship with. This person could be that you could be in separation. It could be that they've passed on. I don't like usually reading those types of messages, but I have to tell you what I'm seeing. This King of Coins is somebody who's very paternal energy, very nurturing, could be a doctor or a nurse, somebody who works in the health sciences, somebody who works outdoors, very hardworking, very stable, very good with money, somebody with a Midas touch. Now, what's coming in from above is the Eight of Coins. I love this because this is hard work. So some of you are or need to and have used focusing on work to get over pain and heartache and loss, okay? And it's been quite beneficial for you. For others of you, it's time for you to really put your head down and really focus on the work that you need to do, focusing on the day-to-day to get through. Okay, and I really love this in this deck. He is, he's reading this letter. So again, it might have to do with some of the communication that you've received and really going over details and also maybe taking care of, of data, of taking care of wills, taking care of money matters, contracts, and that sort of thing. Now, what I'm seeing in your future, this is a tower moment, and the tower moment, normally a tower moment is a major shake up. Okay, but in this case, I'm really getting it since your overall energy is the Six of Swords. It's one of these tower moments that's going to be really beneficial for you, and it's not a frightening, scary, apocalyptic type moment. This is something that you have called forth. This is something that needed to happen, and it's going to create positive shifts in within yourself, within your environment, at work, in your relationship. Take it how it resonates, Aries. All right, so let's go ahead and pull additional messages for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Additional messages for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. You guys get community. I love that. So this could be, it could be a family issue, but I really feel like more than anything that you're relying on your friends, your family, and your soul tribe to get through whatever feeling of loss or anguish that you may be experiencing. And if you're not, then it might be time to reach out. This could also represent the, your soul tribe, your spirit guides, your angels, your ancestors who are rallying around you at this point to help you get through this transition period. Okay. We get yin and yang, number 22. I love this card because for some of you, this has to do with your counterpart and with union. And I really, really like number 22. It's a master number. It's all about your other half. It's also all about balancing your shadow and your light side. And the master number 22 is one of the most powerful of all the master numbers. And it has to do with building legacy, spiritual ideals, and selfless service. Okay. So for some of you, you are dealing with somebody who has passed on and their legacy. And I feel like it's really calling into question, what is it that's important to you? It's reframing what is important for you. It could also be that you're in separation and you're getting sort of these, you're feeling the need to be really, to not focus so much on that, on romance and that sort of thing, but more focusing on what is my legacy? What is it I'm here to do? What is my soul's purpose? Okay. It's a number of the master builder. It also correlates with peace and harmony. Patience and hard work are required when we do see this number 22 coming out. So really nice energy, Aries. I really feel you guys rallying, okay, from whatever defeat or heartache that you experienced. Blossoming abundance. I want you to take a look at that card and just breathe it in. Wow, don't you want to just be there? I can't tell if it's like a lake or a pond, or is it just like the opening in in the forest. But either way, it's beautiful. For some of you, it's a need to really get in touch with nature. That's going to be really grounding and balancing for you. And those in the Northern Hemisphere, it's this springtime, renaissance, rebirth. This Aries, the Aries new moon fell right on, or falls right on the spring equinox in the Northern Hemisphere. So again, that's powerful. And look at that. This yin yang symbol, the spring equinox is all about half day, half light, equal hours, equal time in daytime, equal time at night. So something around this Aries new moon might have brought about these feelings, or triggered you in some way to make some major powerful change or some realization. And then you get a woman holding a coin. Number 42 breaks down to 6. 6 is my card of Venus. Venus right now is very happily in Taurus and will be moving into Gemini and then retrograding. So see, go ahead and do some research and see what that means for you. I love this woman holding a coin because for me, she's the blend of the, Queen of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. And she's just so attractive and so self-confident and charismatic. And she's the perfect person that you would want in a crisis. And she knows exactly where to invest her money, her resources, her time, her energy, and her love. So you might meet somebody like that that's going to help you through this, or this might be who you are becoming. I just want to show you at the bottom of the deck, we have the Angel of Strength. So this moment in time is going to require a lot of strength from you guys, my dear Aries. All right, let's go ahead and see. I keep getting Scorpio. So for some of you, again, that's going to be really important that you guys check out that Scorpio reading, only if you feel called to do that. All right, let's go ahead and see what additional messages we have for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Spirituality. Yeah, so this is also a spiritual journey for many of you. Again, with that 7 of Swords, that's also, focusing, being very clear, trusting your intuition and your inner wisdom, and then also trusting the signs and synchronicities that you're receiving at this time, because this community very well might be, your familiars, your spirit guides, your angels, and spirit talking to you through moments of prayer or meditation. Maybe it's walking through the forest and seeing a feather, repeating numbers. Okay, and then you get music. For some of you, those messages are coming through music. Some of you might be musicians, you might be artists. Again, the importance if you find yourself in with a lack of self-confidence or trying to make a major change, to focus on those beautiful frequencies that that you can find all over YouTube for, to help with manifesting and help with, abundance and healing and, protection and that sort of thing, and integrating more music into your life. One thing I like to do is when I ask my angels for an answer, and a very definitive answer, is then, ask to get that through music and turn on the radio and see, what messages I received that way. So that might be helpful for some of you dear Aries out there. All right, and then we get the Sun Dancers, joyful activity, celebration of life and abundance. This is what's coming to you. The Sun Dancers come to you as your allies to, help you through this I feel like it's a dramatic or tough moment. 32 breaks down to a 5. 5s are about fluctuation and change and conflict. So it's you. Remember, you came out as the 5 of Cups. You coming out of conflict and moving into something more joyful. We see that if you're invited, not right now, obviously, but when, after this, if you're invited to, even if it's, meeting up with people, having, a glass of wine, or meeting up with a group of friends, using video chatting or whatever, make sure that you do it. Okay. Make sure that you're celebrating life, seeing how you can do that in little things throughout the day as well. Okay. But you're definitely guided and protected during this journey. And there's definitely good things ahead of you, no matter what it might feel like right now. All right, Aries, I'm going to leave it there with you. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment, share, ring that notification bell. And most of all, I want to thank you for listening and for all the love and support that you show this channel. Have an absolutely beautiful day. Take care.